Hi and welcome. Today I have another collage page for you, and I'm using some of my collage papers that I made recently. I have a box laying here with a lot of scraps and I want to get rid of them, so I try to use them as often as I can. And I'm also going to use some of these printed book pages. I use different materials to create some patterns on them. The journal I'm working in is not really an art journal, it's a sketch pad. I got it in the Action store. It has not a really good quality paper, and I have this for years and never used it for sketching, so I decided to make an art journal from it and use it mainly for collages, so I just cover up the paper with other papers. The one I'm using here is a rice paper and it's printed with the jelly plate. I will link up a collage paper video at the end of this video. To adhere my papers, I'm using a Tombow glue stick. It's my favorite glue stick, and I prefer this for some quick collages because then I don't have to wait for everything to dry. I'm mixing sharp edges and soft edges by cutting or tearing the paper. This is also a leftover or book page. Maybe it was colored with watercolor and gesso, but I don't know. I have this laying around for a long time. I also love to use leftover paint papers. I always use a piece of paper as my paint palette for acrylics, and when I have leftover paint I smear it all over the paper, and then later I can use these papers for collages. I believe I mentioned in every video that I always try to change my view on the page before I glue something down or before I add something. And I do this by having a look through my camera onto the page, or through a mirror, or upside down, or I just step away a little bit. That just changes the point of view, and you can make better decisions about the composition and the colors you want to add. Here you see me adding a little bit of gesso to fill the empty spaces and to blend the collage elements a little bit. I'm using a silicone brush for this. I recently bought this in my online art supply store. It's, I believe, a new product from their house brand, and it's not very expensive and a bit smaller than my silicone dough scrapers that are normally used in the kitchen. So I decided to buy this, and I'm very happy with the size, and it's perfect for gesso or gel medium. I'm using a post-it note to cover up the border of the page because I want to do some stamping. I'm using one of the brand new pencil mark stamps here. They are not in the shop. They will be in the shop in January after we are back from holidays. Our holidays are starting on Monday. That means all the orders that are coming in from Monday on will not be shipped before Christmas. We will start shipping on January 8th, I believe. I have a big notification in our store so you can see what I've written there. It's after our school holidays, and then we start shipping again. And I also don't have an exact date about the new release. I have to see how things are going, how much I have to prepare. With the new year, there always comes a lot of organizing stuff that I have to do, and so we will see how quick we can work through this. I'm not happy about the stamping here. I think it's a bit unbalanced now, too much, or maybe it's not unbalanced, it's a bit too balanced. And so I'm picking out a piece of black and white, not really black and white, but some old book page that is painted with black acrylic paint, and I just cover a little part of it up, and I really like that. I now add a little bit of stamping for more texture with the grungy circles. And here I do some mark making with my watercolor pencil. It's the black from Faber-Castell from their Magnus series, and I dip the nib of it into water to get more pigment. I also wanted to add a focal point to this page to finish it up, and I'm using one of the new sketchy leaf stamps. They will also be part of the new release, and I have already colored them in with watercolors and cut them out. I will use only the top one, and here you see me scribbling some Neocolor crayon onto my page to create even more texture. I prefer the Neocolor 2 crayon compared to the Neocolor 1 because they are more creamier and more opaque. I only use the Neocolor 1 if I need that waterproof property. And as always, I need some splatters on my page. I'm using some black acrylic ink just to make a few splatters. I let the splatters dry, and now I'm adhering my main image. I just used some wet glue for this. I will also add a sentiment to the page. I always feel having something written or a little bit of text on a spread makes it look more finished. And that is my page for today. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you are inspired. I wish you a wonderful Christmas time and I hope we see us next time. Bye!